Solving quadratics by factoring. Today we'll solve quadratics by factoring. We'll be using the zero product property. And the zero product property states if A times B equals 0, then A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. In other words, 0 times something is 0. So solve. X minus 7 times the quantity 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. So we have two factors. Something times something is equal to 0. So in order for this to equal 0, one of these factors has to equal 0. So we're going to set each factor to 0. X minus 7 is equal to 7. In order for this factor to equal 0, x must be 7. If x is 7, then 0 times whatever this is 0. In order for this factor to be 0, we set it to 0. 3x plus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to 2/3. When x is equal to 2/3, this factor is 0. 0 times whatever that is 0. So these will be our solutions to our quadratic equations. Number 1, solve 12x squared plus 14x. So this is a binomial, so I'm going to factor out the greatest common factor, which is 2x. So 2x times 6x plus 7. This factor times this factor equals 0. So what does x have to be for this factor to be 0? 2x is equal to 0, x equals 0. So if this equals 0, then 0 times that equals 0. All right, what is this factor? What does x have to be for this factor to equal 0? This factor equal to 0. So in order for this factor to be 0, it needs to be negative 7, 6. If this factor is 0, then 0 times whatever that is equal to 0. So those are our solutions to our quadratic equation. Go ahead and try number 2. Okay, number 3, we have a trinomial, so let's factor. Factors of 18, then add to 11. 9 and 2. X plus 2 times x plus 9 equals 0. Set each factor to 0. So our solutions are negative 2 and negative 9. Okay, go ahead and try number 4. And number 5, same thing, except our leading coefficient is greater than 1. Go ahead and try number 6.